In Europe, EU officials are meeting Friday to discuss measures to prevent long-term damage from Russia's food ban. The EU has already offered financial assistance to some food producers. And meanwhile, countries such as France are coming to terms with a new reality. Sandra Gatman reports.
It's a relatively quiet day at the Rungis wholesale market in Paris, not uncommon during France's slow summer season. But aside from poor sales, there are greater concerns in the air about France's economic woes, forcing prices even lower. A concern now exacerbated by Russia's ban on fruit and vegetables from Europe, causing an oversupply of goods.
Russia buys a lot of goods, so the problem is that we can't sell those quantities here at the market in Rungis because we don't have that many customers that buy in large container-sized quantities.
It's why the EU is deploying rescue funds of €125 million to withdraw extra stock and avoid a price crash doing permanent damage to Europe's already heavily subsidized agricultural sector.
This is a measure aimed at reducing the level of supply so that the prices don't drop below or don't drop to crisis levels.
But to some, the measures remain a short-term fix.
On the one hand, it gives encouragement to the sellers here. But on the other hand, the state can't keep that up for 2 or 3 years. With Russia closing its borders for an entire year, it's the state who will lose out financially and the producers who will take the biggest hit.
Meanwhile, the search for alternative markets continues. These cheese blocks were once destined for Russia, but with the country placing dairy under the same agricultural ban, Russia is no longer a client, despite being France's biggest buyer of cheese.
For example, in this place, we have a place. This way is for USA products we store in in that area of the warehouse. And it was another place for Russia. Now it's you can see it's empty now. It was on this side.
Thomas Exports has already lost €1.2 million in annual turnover. For Europe's cheese producers, losing the Russian market is less of an urgent matter. After all, these products have a much longer shelf life. But Russia was an important and emerging market for them.
It was a much more, I can say, fastest growing market in the world for us. So it's like that, you know, we have no choice. We have just to wait and see what's happened.
MEDAC has already lined up alternative markets like Sweden and Denmark, but prices are likely to be lower, and so will profits. The hope is that once the summer is over, business might pick up again. But with sanctions likely to continue, many in France believe this could be the new reality. Sandra Gatman, CCTV, Paris.